Hi, I'm Dr. Tom Zdeblick, just beginning a spine practice here at Upland Hills Hospital. Well, it depends on how many of my hobbies you want to hear about. It depends on the season. My wife and I do quite a bit of cycling, so road cycling in the summer, we do mountain biking in the fall and spring, and we do fat tire biking in the winter, which kind of takes the place of cross-country skiing. I do a little bit of water skiing, a little bit of snowboarding, play some instruments at home for music. I like hobbies. Hobbies are good. Well, I practiced in Madison for over 3 decades, and I had quite a few patients that came from the southwestern part of the state, even if out as Platteville and Dubuque. And it just seemed like it'd be nicer to have a place closer to home for all those patients that are west and south of Madison to get spine care, which, we had to travel quite a bit before to do that. So we're beginning to move our spine practice here. We will be offering services, one for advice, second opinions, and trying to help people steer through the difficult decision making of having neck or back issues. We will do surgery here. We'll do surgery that is mostly outpatient, occasionally overnight type surgery for things like herniated discs, spinal stenosis, disc degeneration. Those are the main things that we'll be taking care of here surgically. Yeah, so I grew up in a big city. I'm from Chicago, went to high school in one of the Chicago suburbs. So I'm kind of a city boy, but after being in Wisconsin for over 30 years, I've become less of a city guy, and I like to be out in the woods in the countryside more. I love taking care of rural patients through the years. I think farmers and people that work on the earth are probably some of my favorite patients. They'll do anything to get back to what they do. So they listen, they take instruction well, and they respond well to that. And I think having had so many patients from rural Wisconsin through the years, now I can bring that practice closer to where they are versus coming into Madison. Well, I think as a physician, the first thing they should know is I try to individualize my care requirements for every patient. One of my mantras is to do the least amount of surgical care that will take care of the symptoms that a patient has. We don't try to do massive, large surgeries that are just looking at x-rays or MRIs. We try to take care of what's bothering people and do that in the most efficient way possible. And if that means no surgery, then I'll tell patients, not yet. I'll do everything I can to get things right for them if and when they do come to surgery, that they'll have the best result. I call that a little bit of prehabilitation or prehab. I also call it coaching. I like to take the patient's entire life into order when I'm doing spine care. Because I think all of that goes into having one and only one successful spine surgery in your life instead of having to fall into the trap of repetitive spine procedures. So that would be the first thing that I would say. And the second is that I take surgical spine care very personally. I hate complications. I hate things that don't go well. And I've spent 30 years trying to hone a practice to minimize those down to close to zero, so that despite what people said 40, 50 years ago, you can do really well with spine surgery. For the right problem, the right patient, and the right surgeon, we expect 90–95% of people to have excellent results and get back to full duty, full activity, full sports.